MiamiRollerDerby.com, in conjunction with 247Miami.tv, is proud to present Rink Rash Radio. 60 minutes of everything roller derby in the 305. Visit MiamiRollerDerby.com for more information on upcoming bouts and events. And now, Rink Rash Radio.
Hi, welcome to Rink Rash Radio. I'm your host, Anger.
And I'm Disaster Chief.
And we are talking about RollerCon and Junior Roller Derby and other roller derby stuff today.
Yeah.
RollerCon.
Let's get started. Let's start with Florida. What's going on in Florida? There's a lot of great stuff going on.
There's a lot going on in Florida. To start off, since we didn't have a show last week, our fundraiser for MVCR was very successful. The Flip Cup tournament winner was Windward Brewery. Congrats, Windward.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming a mile away.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Exactly.
The guys who make beer are good at beer
wins
games.
The Flip Cup champion. Yeah, exactly. The team Florida tryouts are for State Wars are next Sunday, July 19th at 4, and they run until about 8 for men and women. So if you want to try out, that it would be in Deltona, Florida. It's $10 to enter. You just have to find them on Facebook and sign up on their Google Doc.
Yeah. And State Wars is actually a really, really cool tournament. Basically, like each state that signs up makes basically their own state like all-star team. And there's a big old tournament at the end of the year in December in Daytona, Florida, and we just kind of see who's the best. I reffed it last year. Texas came out with a really, really great team. Saw some skaters from, Texas Roller Girls there. Colorado had a really, really great team last year. Rocky Mountain and Denver. Oh, my goodness. And Colorado came out with the win for the women. For the men's, there were only 4 teams for the men's that came out last year. We had Missouri, Texas, Florida, and New York. So the final was Texas versus Missouri. So basically it's like, Texas roller derby and like the St. Louis Gatekeepers and stuff like that. And that was a really, really great game as well. So this year should be much bigger, should be much more exciting. It's going to be a great event. So I'm excited.
Go Florida.
Yeah.
And Colorado, because Denver.
She loves Denver.
Yeah, you're a little obsessed with Denver. Isn't that where your derby crush, your derby wife,
yes.
your derby sandwich?
It also, I was born in Colorado, so it makes a little bit of sense.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I didn't even know that. I thought she just
learned something about Anger today.
I just thought it was just a massive crush on Anchors.
No, well, that too, but I was born in Colorado. So.
I thought it was illegal weed, but that's just me.
No.
She's just a really big South Park fan.
Speaking of, you had mentioned Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
They have a home team championship today.
Sweet.
That's going to start at 6 p.m. So if you are in the Rocky Mountain area, check it out.
Those should be good, some good games. Also going on in Florida, Tampa. Tampa has a doubleheader. Basically, it's their 4 home teams playing together. Downtown Skate, 5313 Bush Boulevard in Temple Terrace, Florida. At 6:30, we got the Switchblade Sisters versus the Cigar City Mafia. And 8 o'clock, the Vice Grip Vixens versus the Black Widows. Kids under 12 are free. Tickets are $15 at the door.
So all the teams are having hometown throwdowns.
Seriously, who else? Who else we have coming?
Well,
up?
we've got the Atlanta Roller Girls are having an all-star showdown.
Ooh.
So it's 2 teams from the Atlanta All-Stars being led. One team by Wild Cherry, the other by Queen Lucy Tifa. And they'll be going head-to-head to see who's the best Atlanta skater team.
Very, very nice.
And then also today, there's so much derby today. We've got Braden Tucky versus South Florida today at Astro Skate, 3611 3rd Street, West Bradenton. Tickets are available at the door, $12. Yeah. And then Molly versus the Rolling Valkyries.
Yeah, Molly versus the Rolling Valkyries is actually going to be a doubleheader.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Molly and the Rolling Valkyries, and that's a women's derby. And then the Mom and Pop Militia versus the Sea Dong Invasion. And those are like the co-ed men's and women's teams. They're going to play head-to-head. Got to skate with a couple of the skaters from Mom and Pop Militia. Really, really great people, really great team. So that should be really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They're both great derby cultures.
Yeah.
I mean, when Vice City Rollers have played both teams, they've come to South Florida. I've got to interview them in the past for at the bouts.
Yeah.
And really, really great roller derby cultures. Matter of fact, Molly Rogers is my derby crush.
Yes.
Mason Voorhees. I think she's amazing. And I wish her the best tonight.
Yeah, actually for Mom and Pop Militia, that's where Suki Seidel and Duchess skate. So we've had them on the show.
Yeah,
really great people.
Captains or
I'm not sure if they're captains or if they're
I
just
think they're the
skaters.
founders.
Founders.
Kinda,
that was the word I was looking for. Founders. Thank
They
you.
were there at the beginning. They're plank owners.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for Florida. There's also the Rat City versus Rose City is having a game today, so this should be really good. It's their A team and then their B team, and that starts at 6. So those are two really good teams. I mean, isn't Rose is number 2 right now?
Yeah, Rose is number 2. Rat City, I think they're in the top 10. I don't recall.
They're at least in the top 20.
Yeah, rankings are actually done for the last season, so all the rankings for championships are already set up. But teams are basically getting a head start on rankings for next season. Yeah. So like games from championships and any games that happen after the 1st of July are going to count towards like the new rankings for the next championship season. So this should be a good way for both those teams to start out the new year. Yeah.
So then we've got Junior Roller Derby.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you talk about that since you were there the last one?
I was. Last year I was actually at the first JRDA championship. So I was a referee. So we refed a whole bunch of games, saw some really, really great teams like Neo, Mob City, I-5 Roller Girls, Des Moines. Just a really, really great event. Yeah. And this year is actually going on right now in Seattle, Washington. Last year was in Daytona, Florida. Also this year they had the first Junior Roller Derby World Cup. So we had junior skaters from Team USA, and so many skaters from Team USA wanted to come out that they split it into a USA East and a USA West. They also had a team from Australia and a team from Canada. Team USA West ended up taking the gold medal in the Junior Roller Derby World Cup. Team USA East took the silver, and then bronze was Team Canada. Australia traveled really, really far, took a couple of really hard losses, but they had a great weekend. And then for championships, there are actually 2 divisions this year. Last year, it was just like an open division, boys and girls. But this year, they actually have a female division, and they have a co-ed division. They call it the open division. Big shout out to the Attack Pack, who is basically one of the higher ranked seeds in the open division. So good luck to them on all their games today. For the open division, we also have teams from California, the California Mayhem, the Rolling Rebellion from Denton, Texas, Southside Revolution from Seattle, Cherry Bomb Brawlers from Spokane, Washington, Mob City Misfits from Everett, Washington. Love Mob City. Really, really love Mob City. That's where I first saw this really, really tiny skater. Her name is Afro Jamrai.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's probably I'd say 11 years old. Super, super tiny.
She walks like a pro.
Oh my God. She is fearless. Fearless. Loved watching her skate this year. So good luck to them. Female division. Big shout out to Tampa Bay Junior Roller Derby. Not sure where they're actually seated in the female division, but that should be, a couple of interesting games. Guys also have teams from Phoenix, Lilac City Pixies from Spokane Valley, Washington, I-5 Roller Girls. I-5 is another really, really great team, so they should do really, really well this year. Fort Wayne Derby Brats from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Santa Cruz Derby from Santa Cruz, California. And
Tampa actually already took their first win.
Really?
Yep, yesterday against the Phoenix Derby Brats. So
sweet. Oh, another great thing to mention, for the junior championships, those are actually all being streamed live online on the Junior Roller Derby website. So I think it's
JRDA
Association .org, if I remember correctly. If you can't watch online, you can go ahead and you can look for the live tweets. Follow them on Twitter at JRDA_rocks. And they have a couple of JRDA people actually, live tweeting the games and the jams and everything like that. So that's how I've been keeping in touch with it so far.
Yeah, it's juniorrollerderby.org.
Very sweet. Very, very sweet. And another big one coming up. I think I think that's all the news.
That's all the main news.
All main news. But
not this week, but next week is one of the biggest roller derby events of the year. And RollerCon. RollerCon in Las Vegas.
Already?
Yeah. So we will be talking about that in the next segment because that's going to be a lot of info. So much info. All the info.
RollerCon.
Yeah.
And info and stuff like that.
So keep tuned in. We'll be talking about RollerCon segment 2.
Nice.
roll up the suit. And I'm so sick of romance. I'm getting real sick of you. I want to get on out of here and find me something to do. Yeah, get on out of here. Just ain't nothing to do. Yeah. I'm so sick of FM. I don't play my stereo too. Just wanna get out on the street spot. Just ain't nothing to do. Let's get on out of here. I'm so do. Yeah, get on out of here. Just ain't nothing to do. Ain't nothing to do. Girl, beat up the neck, hit me out, please. Stand out and beat up you.
By skaters, for skaters. You're listening to Rink Rash Radio on 247miami.tv.
Welcome back to Rink Rash Radio. I am Anger. This is Disaster Chief.
Thank you.
And we are talking RollerCon.
Yeah.
RollerCon, which is the week of the 20th. It starts the 21st to
22nd.
the
22nd to 27th.
Well, it starts for us.
Yeah,
22nd to 27th, you said? 7th.
Yeah. So wait, why does it start early for us?
Because we're volunteering
Yeah.
to get cheaper and or free tickets.
Oh, hopefully. See, that's the thing. This is one of the biggest non-tournament events in the world for roller derby. So it's going to be like thousands of skaters from all over coming out to the Las Vegas Convention Center this year. There's going to be 9 tracks. So on those tracks, you're going to have a bank track, you're going to have games, and you're going to have classes and stuff like that. You're going to have a couple of tracks that are going to have just games. There's going to be sanction games. There's going to be exhibition games.
Lots of exhibition
games. There's going to be 5 tracks just for classes and training. So you can come out and you can learn some tips and tricks from like really, really great, like top level skaters in roller derby. You get to take part in like really, really fun classes. Like one of the trainers, Dirty Deborah Harry, took some classes with her last year. One of the classes I took was like swing dancing on roller skates, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that doesn't sound dangerous at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I just want to do that thing where they pick you up by your legs and like spin. I've always wanted to do that. And if I can do it on skates, it's even better. All right.
Down to the parking lot right now.
Careful with that. I'm having flashbacks. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like great classes coming on. There's gonna be seminars. There's gonna be like classroom stuff where they're gonna teach you like the ins and outs of like the ranking system and like rules and stuff like that.
Now, for those of us who've never experienced RollerCon, you have to say it like RollerCon.
I
can't do it with your voice.
Well, that's why I get paid the big bucks.
I sound like I'm a
You get
demon.
paid.
You're getting paid. For those of you who've never been there, never experienced it, just walk me through it. That day one, you're there, you walk through the doors and take it.
And then you just stand there like this.
Yeah, that's basically how anger is going to be. Okay, so basically you go, you check in, you get like your big old goodie bag. Your goodie bag has your lanyard and everything like that. You get a nice sticker for your helmet. And the sticker for your helmet lets them know that you can actually go into said classes and you're insured and everything.
Something to my helmet?
Yeah, it's an MVP sticker.
No.
Letting them know that you have an MVP pass.
Oh.
But then you kind of walk in and you're going to walk past a whole bunch of vendors. Like they're going to have Sin City Skates is going to be out there and they're going to have like a full pro shop. So they're going to be able to build skates and work on your skates and stuff like that. And they'll have all sorts of gear there. Crazy Skates is going to be there, like hawking their new wares and everything like that. Crazy was great last year. Like they put down a sport court so you actually can try on like their new skates and everything like that and skate around their booth and everything like that. And they have like a disco ball going around and stuff. You get to meet
They mean business when they break out the disco ball.
Disco ball means business.
And you get to meet like some of their sponsored skaters. So I got to meet Demanda Riot at Crazy Skates last year, which was really, really great.
Which was really, really terrifying.
It's slightly terrifying, but that's one of the reasons I'm such a big fan. But there's all sorts of vendors like, showing you all the cool stuff that's going to be coming out over the next year. Then you just kind of walk in to like the main track area. And then the main track has bleachers and seating all around it. And that's where all the big stuff goes on. So there's constant derby basically from 9 a.m. till about midnight on every single track. So every 2 hours there's a new class. Every hour or so there's another game going on and everything is running constantly. Now, if you don't want to play Or if you don't want to watch, there's other stuff for you to do. So roller
yeah, it's Vegas. Can you bet on the bounce?
Not through RollerCon.
I was gonna say it's not. I'm sure you could. It just wouldn't be official.
I'm not sure if that would be in the sports book or not, but it's something that you could probably do like on the side. But like if if you just want to get out there and meet people, they have all sorts of like social events as well. So they have an event called the Black and Blue Ball. So you get all dressed up in your nice and fancy clothes and everything like that. Black and blue is the color combination that you're looking for. Rydell always throws like a themed party. So like one year was a safari party, so everybody was dressing up in animal print. A couple of our skaters, one of our former skaters, actually like
painted themselves like zebras.
Exactly, Sugar Slab, Bella Belligerent. They paint themselves like zebras to go ahead and participate in that.
This year's superhero themed.
Yeah, I'm working on my Batman costume. I probably shouldn't have said that.
You're gonna wear the kilt, aren't you?
He knows me so well. I have the Batman belt buckle.
You've already sent it out to the dry cleaners. It's been pressed. Your pleats, you could cut bread with them.
That's some really soft bread. Actually, I was looking for a Baymax costume, but that didn't come to pass.
Why not go with the Highlander, man?
We'll just cover you in marshmallows.
Because
there can be only one.
I would have to walk around with the katana and everything.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
No, then you have to fight to the death and everything like that. Then eventually it turns into Highlander Endgame.
Really not that big a step from roller derby into...
It's really not.
I mean, that seems like that's the next natural progression. Spikes or blades or something.
See, and that's the thing. Like, those are just two of the social events that are going on. Yeah, the pants off dance off. So wear your kilts, wear your tights. Or if you're like Pillsbury Roll Boy, you wear your short shorts. So you go to the pants off dance off.
That is one confident in heterosexual.
He really is. He really is. He fits in with Derby so well. That's why we love him.
He does.
They have a Derby wedding. So like, we've probably talked about it before, like Derby wives and Derby crushes and stuff like that. So you can go ahead and get Derby married. If you want, you could actually get legally married.
Wait a minute. This is Nevada.
This is Nevada. So you can go ahead.
Are you sure this doesn't count? And now we have legalized gay marriage. So two fellas who were just buddies, they never wanted to go that way unintentionally. Now, they have.
Well, this is not official. This one's really unofficial. But if you wanted to do that sort of thing, you can. Actually, last year was really, really great because there was actually a wedding on skates at RollerCon. So they actually
I would expect nothing less.
Oh, and it was fabulous. Everybody came out, they skated around the track, and of course the officiant was dressed like Elvis, had the big old pompadour hair like covered over his helmet and everything like that. So his hair was like really, really big. Skated backwards and he officiated the wedding. It was absolutely great. Got to see
so basically what I have to do is I just have to stalk Acres and then just grab her
basically
right before the wedding.
Last year we got to see Fifi Nomenon actually propose to her girlfriend.
Aww.
Like actually on the track at halftime of one of the games, which was great. Smarty Pants played guitar. They sang like a song for her and everything like that. Did they get married?
I think so. I think she was mentioning it.
Congratulations to Fifi. But that's that's just some of the great things happening at the con. They also have like skate park tours, so you can go ahead and you can get together with a group of skaters and head to like the local Vegas skate parks.
Skate the strip.
Yeah, skate the strip. You can skate the strip like in the middle of the night. There's some like early morning skate the strip and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. A lot of people really did that. Oh, the pool. The pool is basically one 24-hour
human soup
long party.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there.
There is. That's usually where they have the black and blue ball, and it's just like some people just literally go to the
I
pool.
assure you, nobody's leaving the pool with blue balls.
This is why I'm not going to the pool. I'm not going to swim in that human soup.
At least
hashtag force bonding.
Bucket list.
I don't know if that's forced.
Hashtag force bonding.
Yeah, nobody's being forced.
I was going to say, I don't think that's forced.
Yeah.
That's hashtag not forced bonding.
See, and we mentioned it too. Like Anger mentioned the volunteering. That's one of the great things about RollerCon. RollerCon is like a really, really large event, so they always need the help. So they give you a couple of incentives for volunteering, but volunteering is also great because you get to meet people. I volunteered for quite a few hours last year, so I helped with the vendors coming in. So like Bruce Skate Nooses, Brooklyn Skate Company, Antic. I helped them show them to their booths, help them set up a little bit and stuff like that. I also got to officiate last year. Yeah, and there was one point where they just needed someone, so I just kind of jumped into the penalty box. Penalty time in one of the games, and first skater that sits down is Skull Eagle. It's like, black 50 stand. She's so tall. Got to keep my bearings and everything like that. Keep it professional. But there's all sorts of stuff for people to do in RollerCon. So this is gonna be my second year. I'm really excited.
My first, so I have no clue what to expect.
No,
I'm
but
just walking in and going.
no, but let's figure out what you're excited for. Let's talk about it in the next segment.
Yes, we will talk about that in the next segment, as well as some of our plans, as well as some of our teammates' plans, because we have a lot of Miami skaters that are going.
Yeah, it's always more fun with a big group.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that more in the next segment. More RollerCon. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm Carnage.
I'm Sally Jones.
I'm Rex. I'm Liv Doll. We're from Leeds Roller Dolls, and you're listening to Rink Rash Radio.
Quads forever. You're listening to Rink Rash Radio on 247miami.tv.
Hello, welcome back to Rink Rash Radio. We are talking about RollerCon still, because RollerCon is amazing.
It really is.
And it's neat.
All right, so what are you excited for, Anger? This is your first year.
This is my first year ever.
So I know it's going to be completely overwhelming. It's
All
going to
right.
be it's going to be the roller derby version of Comic-Con.
Oh my god, yes.
Exactly. And Anger's just like,
Except
oh my god, I want to go to Comic-Con too.
Except I was way more prepared for Comic-Con. I am not nearly as prepared for this.
So actually, let's start with that. Talk about your preparations. What have you done so far? What are you bringing with you?
I've made a packing list. That's about it.
Packing.
I'm bringing my cocoon, guys. I have a cocoon. I bring it to all the away games because hotel beds are gross. Yeah.
Okay, back the truck up. You have a cocoon.
It's a cocoon. It is a satin sleeping bag,
Okay.
which I brought to the first away game, and everyone was like, "Really?" Because I just kind of carried it around with me.
Okay.
And now they're like, "You have to bring it to every single away game ever," and they call it my cocoon.
So
All right.
you hear that? Before she goes to sleep in a strange bed, she covers herself head to toe in satin.
I didn't even see her in a bed. I thought her like just curled up in a corner somewhere, like
Oh, I probably could.
like a pulsating
So-
larvae.
It's just-
You know,
does she have to be pulsating?
just imagine Jabba the Hutt as a as a baby?
No, I do not want to
trying to
imagine
call me
her
Jabba
as
the
Jabba the Hutt.
When you were tucked inside of a sleeping bag, looking like a larvae. Yeah, why not?
I would much rather.
Now you are a tiny little thing, so don't go thinking that
That's true.
if you can't see the ad nauseum reductum that I've done here by taking it to its just
Big
ridiculous,
words.
just prefer
Such
Like-
big words.
like gymnasium. I know.
It's just Jabba the Hutt
4
is so
syllables.
gross.
That's beyond me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you're talking. What color is it? Is it brown?
No, it's like a cream white.
Okay, that's even worse because now they look like a grub.
I'd rather that than.
A pulsating Jabba the Hutt.
Pulsating grub. God, I love Derby.
I think we're beyond the realm of Derby right now. We've
No,
gone
this-
into social.
Do you think this crap happens in other sports?
Oh, it's very true.
No.
I don't know. You gotta remember, I don't do other sports. I don't even
What
play other sports
are
on my
other
Xbox.
sports?
Well, again, Derby being the sport for those of us who don't like sports.
What are other
Very true.
sports? I don't understand.
But
They're not on wheels.
Just picture, go there in your mind's eye with me now.
Okay.
Here's little anger.
Uh-huh.
110 pounds of fury,
Pulsating
inside
cocoon.
a satin creamy. She's skated hard. She's tired, so she's really sawing some logs in there. And the sleeping bag, cream colored, expanding and contracting like a pulsing larvae, while you're in the corner of some
But
seedy
think about it. In the
hotel room
morning,
in
I
Vegas.
come out and
Actually,
I'm the
it
most
is-
terrifying butterfly you've ever seen in your life.
She's
Because
got
I'm
a
not a morning person.
She's an angry moth. But it's not at a seedy hotel room. Actually, the last couple of years, the Riv was a little bit older, so it wasn't the best on the strip. But this year, it's going to be at the Westgate Resort.
Okay.
So the Westgate's like really, really nice and fancy. The one downside is since it's not at the Riv was great because it actually had the convention center attached to the hotel. So it's really easy for you to hop upstairs and grab your stuff and hop back to your hotel room and everything like that. It's maybe a 2-minute walk. Now it's going to be a little bit of a hike. So you had to plan a little bit better, make sure you have all your stuff with you when you leave the hotel room. And they actually have like a bag check this year because they know it's like, you're not going to want to go back to the hotel room after you're at the convention center. It's like, look, you park yourself at the convention center and you're going to stay here all day.
And you're either going to watch or you're going to play or you're going to do.
Yeah. Let's get into watching. What are you going to watch?
Oh, man. Okay. So, well, obviously, we have to talk about the Bitch Please Side Eyes. We're going to watch that.
Oh, very true.
because-
Yes, the all African American Derby game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because naughty.
Yeah, it's because naughty.
'Cause naughty.
Love me some naughty sea cups. Don't get me wrong.
Because if I don't, she will probably kill me.
I just don't see how you have inclusion by having exclusion. Just one man's opinion. One man's opinion.
See, but that's the cool thing. Like they do some like a lot of bouts that are based on just like kind of themes and stuff like that, and they kind of get their spotlight for a game, and then everybody disperses, and then it's back to just like plain old Derby.
I know, and you've explained that to me before, and I'm trying really, really hard to see it from that point of view.
All right, so let's go across it.
You can just see it from my point of view, whereas if I am not there, Naughty will kill me. Because
let's talk about some of the other fun theme bouts coming on.
Yeah. What else?
So, all right. So one of the ones that actually does really, really well every year now is the Chippendale versus Magic Mike themed bout.
All men.
Yeah, all guys.
Shirtless.
Shirtless. They either shave their numbers into their chest or they paint them on there.
Full on Chris Farley. Patrick Swayze.
Pretty much. They don't wear different colored shirts. They wear different colored shorts. Sometimes the referees actually get into
cuffs
this.
and collars.
Some do. It depends. Like there are a couple of guys that actually like went like full on body painted and stuff like that.
Derby guys taking it too far? No, that never happens.
No.
Some of the referees got into it last year. So one of the referees had like body painted like his stripes on him. There was another referee that shaved
his stripes into his body.
Yeah, I
That's
think that was
commitment.
Megapixel.
That is commitment.
It really is. No, and it's really, really great because they make it a whole big thing. And I don't remember the charity that they do it for, but there are, skaters that go around and they actually take tips from the crowd and they donate all of those tips to charity. And I it escapes me. I got to go ahead and look it up during the break to remember what charity
Derby
is.
girl doesn't want to just sit there and be like, yes, come here.
Money.
Everyone.
See, and
All the
that's
cute
just the
guys.
lead up on that day. I believe that's happening on Friday.
Yeah.
Then we have Vagine
There's
Regime.
The orange and gray for Vagine Regime.
Yeah, which are basically like the B teams and like the teams from like Australia, Canada. the UK and stuff like that. And then another really, really big one is the Vagine Regime versus the Cocksuckers.
Okay. Caulk.
Caulk. C-A-U-L-K.
Right.
Caulk.
As in the construction.
Exactly. And honestly, that's a really, really great themed bout because it's basically all stars from all over that you would never see skating together. So like last year, I basically sat right behind the benches and I'm looking at, you know, the lines for the next time that are coming up. And then I remember watching one line, it's like Bonnie Thunders was jamming, and then blocking it was Jackie Daniels, Demanda Riot, Steph Maney, Revis from at that time Denver, and then she eventually went to Rose City. So like just really, really great teams, really, really great skaters, and that's one of the most exciting bouts that they have.
And just a heads up, supposedly the charity that the Magic Mike Chippendale's money goes to is the Prostate Cancer Foundation.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I mean, I would go.
Man problems, which I know nothing about, because
pretty much
I'm not a man.
You are not. But it's fitting.
I'll take your word for it.
It's very fitting. It's very, very fitting. But you know, I would go. I would donate.
Yeah, and then there's the challenge bouts, which one of them is the full one for Bitch Please Side Eyes. There's also there's one of the Florida bouts that a lot of our team is going to be taking place in is the North Florida versus South Florida.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be playing as Sugar Slap. And it'll be me and Naughty and a whole bunch of South Florida skaters.
Speaking of Naughty, isn't she in Nolans this week for the Running of the Bulls?
Running of the Bulls.
She is.
Yeah, Running of the Bulls is happening this weekend, and it is basically a whole thing in New Orleans. They all go up, and the Bulls are basically derby girls with bats and horns on their helmet, and they chase you down. And it's a whole run for charity.
It's wiffle ball bats.
Yeah.
It's we're not out there with Louisville Sluggers.
The derby girl behind it, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's still probably hurt.
You're out there running with the Bulls, so
Yes.
you know if you were in Pamplona, of course it's going to be you're going to get gored. Well, to get beat up by a derby girl, I mean that kind of action in Vegas, that's going to cost you a pretty penny.
Exactly, but it's in New Orleans,
except for
so it's
the
just
weekend of
equivalent.
RollerCon where you can get it for free.
Pretty much. If you go to the pool. But Naughty's was great last year because, you know, got to see pictures of her and she went like really, really big with the horns and everything like that. So she went with these Brahma bull horns that literally were out to here. So like literally she's taken up half of the road and everything like that.
I think she went a lot smaller this year.
Hopefully.
But I think it was just to make her lighter so she can chase people better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because that's what she
likes
likes to
chases
do.
people down. Yeah.
No walking through doors sideways, that kind of thing.
No, that's no fun.
She would have to really, really sidestep through a door. That's like 6 feet of sidestep.
That's a lot of horn.
Very
Yeah,
true.
so there is definitely way more RollerCon to talk about in the last segment. We will be back with that, and this is Rink Rash Radio.
Nobody came. I know. Become another victim. Victim of your before.
show before the fresh meat gets rotten. You're listening to Rink Rash Radio on 247miami.tv.
Hello, welcome back to Rink Rash Radio. I am your host, Anger.
And I'm Disaster Chief, but Anger is the disaster right now.
I can't count to 30, apparently. So, we were talking about RollerCon.
Yeah.
We were talking about some of the challenge bouts that are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some fun challenge bouts, too. Like, I know I'm taking part in one that I probably shouldn't, which for Sugar, which is the Itty Bitty Titty Committee versus the Over-the-Shoulder Boulder Holder. Yeah, I'm probably on the wrong team for that. But
Which one are you on?
Over-the-shoulder Boulder Holder.
Over the shoulder. Now, did they like define this by cup size? Like, this is C cup and below.
I don't know. I didn't sign up for this. I'm just taking Sugar's bouts because I was too slow to sign up for my own.
Damn it, Sugar. So this should be fun. Last year, I got to participate in a really great challenge bout. It was a men's beginner bout. And I put it together. Luckily, had a bunch of great guys show up. So we did Team Sub-Zero versus Team Scorpion. It was a whole Mortal Kombat themed bout.
How many people were yelling, "Get over here"?
Actually, for us, we yelled like "Finish him" as like our team chant and everything.
Because you were Sub-Zero, you're not going to yell, "Get over here."
No, I mean I don't think they were, honestly. See, that like our problem last year is we were our bout was scheduled at the same time as the Pants Off Dance Off. So like the stands were pretty sparse, but the fans and stands had a great time. They loved watching the game. So like I had Sugar bench coaching for me. Naughty was absolutely
being naughty,
not going absolutely nuts. Oh my god, love you, Naughty C Cups. Love you, Naughty.
By the way, Naughty, if you're listening, please come to one of my games because I know you'll scream your head off, and I need that.
Oh, she's going to. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it.
Yeah.
But that was a fun one. And I did a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter last year, which was also a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, one of the games that if I don't play in, I definitely want to see just because reasons is Starbucks versus the coffee cart, other coffee people, I guess.
Is that the one that you're alting for?
Yeah, I'm an alternate for that one. Thank you, Sugar. But yeah, so that's basically, even if I don't get into that one, I probably will still want to see it just because Starbucks. Yeah.
Pretty much. Another one that's going to be like a kind of a featured one. It's on the 23rd, Thursday. The Chupacabras Peligrosas versus Team Sexy. And basically, it's an all-women's team, All-Stars, versus an all-men's team, All-Stars. And that's basically like the big co-ed, like, head-to-head rivalry bout. If I remember correctly, I think... don't remember who the captains are, but I remember one year was Quad and like Demand a Riot. This year, the captain for Chupacabras is going to be Demand a Riot. The captain for Team Sexy is going to be Justice Feelgood Marshall. Nice. So those should be great games. Skull Eagle, Smarty Pants, Steph Maney, Trauma, Amanda Gemadinia are going to be on the roster for the women. For the men, it doesn't have it listed here, but it's going to be great. So we'll see probably like Quad, Nat King Kill, guys like that. So it should be some really great.
Speaking of those, they are also doing some awesome training classes. I know Quad is doing some. Don't what me, What?
No, it wasn't like a what? It was like a what?
Yeah, I know Quad is doing some classes like backward skating classes and face-to-face blocking classes that are going to be
Quad. He does some really great ones. I remember there was one that Jugs not told me about that she had taken when she went to RollerCon, and it was called "Don't Give a Bird Shit When He Flies," and it's basically just about jumping, getting those skates up in the air, 180s, distance, height, and everything like that. And it was really exciting. Last year, I took a lot of classes with Mary Chaos. And Dirty Deborah Harry. Mary Chaos had a really great like new tips for beginning bouting skaters, which was a lot of fun. And then she also had put the fun in fundamentals. So it was just playing games on roller skates. So that was really great. She's coming back with both of those classes this year. She's also going to be teaching a zebra to lion, like a referee skating skills class. She's going to teach a couple of like intermediate level classes and stuff like that.
I'm taking one of those. I know. I'm doing the stuck in the middle with you with her.
Oh, that's the intermediate skater class.
Yeah. So I'll be taking classes with her. I'll be taking some morning classes with blocking and walls with Jackie Daniels.
Oh, that's going to be a great one.
I'll be doing some offense defense classes with Carmen Getsum. And some other skating drill classes with Smarty. So hopefully I'm excited for those because those are going to be amazing from what I understand.
Yeah.
Smarty is apparently like a great coach.
Smarty really is. She like I haven't had a chance to take any one of her classes, but I've read into her at a lot of events. Like last year at JRDA champs and Junior Con, she taught a lot of classes. And they were a little bit short on coaches, so like Sugar Slap and Killa V, they jumped in, they helped out, like teaching classes with her and stuff like that. Really, really great coach. Super intelligent, super introspective, and she just really knows how to, show you what to do, show you how derby is supposed to be played. I got to take a class with Scald Eagle last year.
Yeah, I think I might actually have one with Scald Eagle.
The backwards jamming powerful power jams.
No, I don't think it's that one, but it's
Okay.
it's somewhere.
Yeah, there's the one I took last year was like about backward skating and everything like that. It was a fabulous class, like absolutely packed. So imagine 60 skaters on the track all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It was just masses
Yeah.
of people, but it was a lot of fun. The one that I'm actually really looking forward to is the Art of the Comeback
Mhm.
with Booty Quake, which is going to be, a seminar, not off skates, because, we haven't really mentioned it much on the show, but, I went down and practiced a couple of months back. Broke my ankle, broke my fib, have some ligament damage and everything like that. So right now I'm bionic. I have like a 4-inch plate in my ankle, a couple of screws and everything like that. So,
But you went from rolling to walking now. You now walk.
well, I do walk. Like I went from rolling on 8 wheels to kind of kicking my leg up while I healed initially. Then I had my surgery, and then I rolled on 4 wheels on my little like scooter and everything like that I pimped out with like the LED lights and the headlight and like the hood ornament and everything like that. And then now I'm actually like up and walking. So, thank God for RollerCon. I'm going to be, hopefully ready by that point to walk without this big old plastic boot on and everything. So, I'm hoping Booty Quake's going to give some really,
If you don't,
really,
though, I'm totally just sticking every sticker I find to it. You know that, right? Sticking all the stickers to that boot.
there's so many stickers. I'm basically just going to have a sticker boot if
Yeah.
that's the case.
Yeah.
But, hopefully she can go ahead and give some great tips to, skaters like me and other skaters who are coming back from an injury
Mhm.
about how to do it right. Knock on wood. Hopefully I'll be back on skates by September and, back up to my old form, hopefully by, October, November, because State Wars. I want to ref State Wars. I already put in my application and everything like that. So that's the big one. And if things go well, might do a couple of events before then. So Booty Quake, hoping it's going to be a great class. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's one that's going to be close to my heart for this particular RollerCon.
Yeah, and then like there's a bunch of great classes for coaching. That I'm looking into since I'm head of training for Miami, so that I can make sure our team is getting the best coaching it needs.
Mac the Mouth is teaching a lot of those great
Mhm,
classes, so those
mhm.
should be good.
And then
also.
there's some great WFTA stat panels that are going to be happening.
Oh
WFTA
my
analysis and ranking panels to
Oh,
help break
yes.
that down real well.
Because you're a math geek.
I am a math geek.
You
Well, I'm
wanna-
not a math geek. I'm a stat geek.
You want to do all the maths.
I like
All
doing.
the
I like
stats.
stats. I just like to look
Stats
at
are
everything
fun.
and just be like stats.
Actually, like I was thinking about this the other day. The ones I'm really excited for too are the announcing ones.
Oh yeah.
I want to take some of the announcing classes.
Well, there's actually even there's one class I'm really looking forward to that's taught by Peter Pan, who
Ooh, yeah, Team
he's
USA skater.
a men's team USA
Yes.
men's skater. Who does he skate with normally?
With your mom's men's roller
Your
derby.
mom. Yeah. So I'm
in
really looking
Iowa.
forward to that one class with him because I just want to know because the guys skate very differently, but some of their styles really help counteract our skating. So I kind of want to get those tips and be
Like how?
since you guys use your shoulders, but you don't use them to hit, you kind of just use them to maneuver. And so that's kind of interesting. I kind of want to get some of those tips and see.
You want to figure it out?
Well, because I'm so little and it's hard. No.
Oh goodness, what's the class that they're teaching for the smaller skaters?
For the skaters that are junior sized.
Basically.
Yeah, that's the tiny and mighty class that I'm also looking into.
Oh, yeah, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, tiny and mighty, and I think that's taught by Dutch Crutch and Culture Shock.
That should be
So
good.
that should be that's how to skate like a tiny person.
Teach tiny people how to hit average people like
Yeah.
me.
So there should be a lot going on with RollerCon. I mean, there's classes, there's bouts, there's scrimmages, there's bank track, there's skating classes, non-skating classes, events, social events.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I think that's the biggest thing is just meeting people.
Yeah,
there could
it's
be a
just
lot
big
of people there.
Derby Love Fest.
Gonna make all sorts of friends.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to. It's, seeing people that I met last year, meeting new people, introducing the people that I know to the people that I had met last year.
Yeah.
Really, really extending that community, making it.
It's just a big Derby Love Fest community thing.
You're gonna be love festing with us.
Yes, I am.
In your little pulsating cocoon.
Apparently. The one that looks like Jabba the Hutt. So
Or what was it George said? The grub?
Grub.
Your grub? You're gonna be a little grub? Little Derby grub. It's gonna be so cute. All right. So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we're excited.
Super, super excited.
So that'll be the 22nd through the 27th.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yep.
Westgate Resort and Hotel. Las Vegas Convention Center.
Yep. So there was so much Derby today. There was Derby here, Derby RollerCon, Derby everywhere. So thanks for joining us. We will be back next week with more Derby talk. This is Rink Rash Radio.
Peace.
I do not know how to close shows. I do not know how to open shows. Everything in between, I'm like, I can just talk.
She's still alive.
And you're just like, and I'm like, I'm trying.